And we are live. What is going on, everyone? It's Johnny Dunn, and we are back with another one. Today, Epic VeVe live stream. Today, we just have one drop. Nothing too big of a drop. Something a little light after the San Diego Comic-Con. Shout out to everyone who went last week, San Diego Comic-Con 2022. I think it was a pretty cool event. I think Ikomi VeVe did a great job at marketing. Just being next to the Marvel booth, it was just amazing to see. Shout out to everyone who went. I bet that was amazing to see in person. Got to meet Dan, David, the team, Alex. We got one drop for today, dropping at 11 a.m. Eastern time. We got a little comic book action today. Just a little blind box. We got Shago in the building. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to be letting you guys know my thoughts on this drop, if I'm going to be going for this drop today, or if I'm going to be passing on it. Got a couple of videos to go over here today as well. We got Marvel Digital Comics. We got the Marvel Age Annual number 4. One thing I did notice with this drop, looks like they did go back to the 20,000 edition as the new kind of standard. I like that. We got 12,000 editions for the common. We got 4,500 for the uncommon. 2,000 for the rare, 1,000 for the ultra rare, and only 500 secret rares. Let's take a look at the covers here. We got the common. Got an action-packed cover today. We got Wolverine front and center. We have yet to see a Wolverine collectible. That's going to be amazing. I know for me, the two more Marvel drops as a collectible that I feel like are going to be must-haves in the collection. I'm going to be trying to get the secret rares on both of these. The Wolverine, when that drops as a 3D collectible, FA Wolverine 1 is going to have an amazing animation, I think, with the claws. Shout out to Claw Man. Shout out to everyone who was on the stream months ago for that. I think that's going to be an awesome collectible. Wolverine is, very popular, so a lot of people are going to be tuning in, try to get that drop when it does eventually drop. Also, the Hulk. I feel like those two collectibles for me are going to be absolute must-haves. Do what you can to try to get the secret rares. Those animations are going to be amazing, I think, and just looks incredible. But for this comic, I think the cover of the common looks pretty cool, action-packed. We got the uncommon with the black lettering there. We got the rare, the black and white version here. The title's in color. I don't love this cover today. I like the ultra rare a little bit more. I feel like it just brings it to life a little bit more there. Iron Man on the cover there. A secret rare. Looks pretty cool. It's not my favorite secret rare cover. If I had to pick one today, I'd probably go ultra rare or the common, to be honest. Those are my favorite aesthetic looking covers. Let me know what you guys like the best today. Yeah, it's probably going to be the most common. The ultra rare and the common, I think. The first appearance of Damage Control. Got a couple of videos to go over today. Let's just dive right into the first one. Comics and crypto. Shout out to Sean and the whole team. You guys are already probably subscribed. They're going to be at 10K in no time. Make sure you guys subscribe. Always have amazing short little videos, sometimes even long videos, but most of the time short, to the point. I love picking their brain. Let's see what they have to say. Probably going to guess a sell, but we shall see.
Hey there, comic and crypto critters. We are currently traveling back from San Diego Comic-Con, but we wanted to let you all know that Marvel Age Annual number 4 is a sell. Look, it's got the first appearance of Damage Control, a company that repairs places that have been damaged by superheroes and supervillains, but it's really more of a cameo, and that's about it. Wolverine's in it. So is the Hulk, but as Mr. Fix-It. You also got the X Factor team as well. That's cool. Speedball is here. Can't forget Speedball. And, wait. Is that? Oh, God. It's Formishman! That's right. Everyone's favorite mentally unstable superhero villain character thing makes an appearance on the cover of each edition. And here I was thinking Marvel didn't care. Aww. It's still a sell. That's about it. That's all we got. 1988. Technically, that's a modern day comic, if I know my comic dates correctly. And yeah, how are all of you doing? How you guys doing? We don't get to talk. want to make sure you're all okay. We do love you. We love your feedback. We love hearing from you. So do me a favor. Why don't you comment down below how you're doing?
This is a great
That's
video.
literally all I got. It's a comic book. It's a Marvel comic book. It is. I can confirm it is a Marvel comic. Yeah. So, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully it's better. Please make sure to subscribe,
That's hilarious.
like, and hit that notification button to receive updates on all our content. This video
I gotta
is
check out the
sponsored by
comments on
Elite
this one.
Comics 11, Instagram's #1 community-powered comic sales page. We want to remind you that digital slabs are now available at cherrycharts.com.
Make sure you guys go check out these slabs too. They look amazing. I think they crushed it. Cherry Charts, Sean, Shab's art. Awesome collab. I got to see some of these comments. This is actually my favorite CNC video of all time. Straight to the point, really was. I should have just stopped it after the first 30 seconds. That's hilarious. VeVe Arcade in the building. How we doing? How we doing? Oh, man. Wolverine versus Hulk statue. Sheesh. That's going to be a battle statue. That's a must-have. Can you imagine if we get the Marvel battle statues? Huge. This is 20K because no one wants it in real life. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a big part of it too, son. We've seen it time after time again. You know, those really popular comics, super popular drops, etc. Usually they increase the edition size because of how popular that and how much demand there is, right? So something that's maybe not that popular, they're probably going to decrease that mint size. So definitely. Big ups, bro. Go for the drop. Only $7, 20K editions, and the cover is dope. Yeah, that's a fact. That's definitely a good point right there. VeVe Arcade. Another awesome YouTuber. Make sure you guys go check him out. Subscribe to his channel if you guys aren't subscribed already. Or you can get one in the market for 3 gems. Yeah, I do think the commons, the uncommons. It's interesting. Even if the rares go under retail, I mean, that's a steal right there. That's 2 points a day for the MCP. Master Collector Program. 2 points a day, I think, could add up to be a lot. I do think a lot of those rare comics, ultra rare comics, are probably steals because of that. But I'll give you guys my thoughts right after I get to some more comments. Something big's about to drop. Yeah, real talk. Doesn't it feel like that? It feels like this is the calm before the storm. I was about to put that in my title, but I feel like I didn't want to cause too much speculation. So I just... We can talk about it in the live stream, but I didn't want to make a whole title about it. Hulk 181 Marvel Battle statue. Jimbo Lee Lingo. It's my guy. How we doing? Looks like Jimbo Lee Lingo is going to be risking it for the biscuit today. Going to be gambling. A little lottery. I feel like these comics, you know, there's nothing wrong going for it, guys. If you want to have some fun, go for the drop. You never know. You may get lucky, get the ultra rare, secret rare, maybe a low 3-digit mint. Could be pretty valuable, right? And sometimes the drops are just fun to go for if you have extra gems. But for me personally, I don't really have, you know, 1,000 gems right now to spare. So I've been a little bit more disciplined on which drops I'm going for. And so because of that, I think I am going to be skipping this drop. I won't be going for it. But shout out to everyone who is. Again, guys, just because I'm not going for it does not mean that you should not go for it. You should go for it, etc. Do whatever you feel like it at the time. I always just give my kind of opinion, my game plan, and you guys can do whatever you feel like you want to do, you know? Yeah, that's a fact right there. Talking about Jimbo Lee Lingo. I'm glad you brought this up. Being the original owner, I do believe this is going to be a big thing in the future. I think it's going to be one of those iterations on the web app. A couple iterations we can talk about. We all know that peer-to-peer trading is going to come to the web app, meaning Jimbo Lee Lingo. Back in the day, you know, you would have to go on like Telegram to like do a swap with somebody, and it's always risky because you could get beat, you could get scammed, etc. So now that we're going to be having peer-to-peer trading on the app, it's going to be like basically the VeVe web app is going to be like an escrow to where I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but me and you could do a trade together on the VeVe web app, which I think is going to be huge. It's going to be a little bit more fun too. And so I know a lot of people with the hero trading cards, people were trading back and forth to get the points on their leaderboard, and it became pretty competitive. And so I think that was just a glimpse of what's going to happen on VeVe. I think VeVe is going to turn into a competitive atmosphere over time with that. Another iteration of the web app that will eventually come is being able to sell full sets. Those are two things that I'm really looking forward to. Selling a full set together. Some people have matching mints or whatever the case is, like a full set, sub 100, sub 1000, I think could be huge. Being the original owner, I think, is going to be huge. Once we can see a little bit more on the web app, you can see either are you the original owner of that collectible comic, or are you like the 100th owner of it? That's going to be huge. Toussaint. Shago's going for the ultra rare. He likes the ultra rare. Yeah, I feel like the ultra rares always have an amazing cover. I'm personally a little bit more fan of, I would say, if I had to do like a blanket statement, I probably like the ultra rares, like the cover aesthetics the most. I feel like, I don't know, I just like the way the colorways are on most of them. Some of them are a little bit different though. Yeah, a sell, a pass. I mean, basically, it kind of fits their theme, hodl or sell. It's basically like sell the drop. It's kind of their strategy. They're not telling you to do so, right? It's not financial advice. They're just giving their opinions on it. That's not a bad idea. Go for one to practice the timing. We'll still go for comic. VeVe Arcade likes to gamble a little bit. Oh, we got some speculation already in the building. I'm already congested. I think it's like anytime I start cracking up or laughing, like just all this congestion just pours into my nasal cavities. No one's going for this. Yikes. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are going for this one. Tucson. That's another reason why a lot of people are probably going to be skipping this drop. All things strange. How we doing, fam? You just put out a new video too. I think it was on Silver Surfer. I saw you tweeted it. About to give it a retweet in just a bit. I started watching like the first couple minutes, but then I had to get ready for the stream. You guys want to see a new video that just popped off? All things strange. Another great VeVe YouTuber. I got to practice my timing too. My timing's been off. Feels like ever since the first drop of San Diego Comic-Con, I just didn't have great time. My timing was probably better on that first day. I just didn't get it compared to the last day. I was did not have good timing on the last day. Speaking of timing, I know that I woke up this morning with a lot of things going down on the Twitter in the Twitterverse. I saw I hate society, I help society. He said people are talking about the drops or something. MSC squad, I see in there, Vault in there. All I saw was he's a good dude, but he hit every drop at a time when no one could hit them. I was like, that's a fact. That means I'm the champ, right? I was like, that's why I'm the drop king. So I had to reply with an emoji of Tiger. Thought it was hilarious. Non-fungible. He's a real one for sure. Always good energy. Appreciate you big time. It's wonderful. My guy. He's about to come out with another video soon. Also, he just got a huge shout out from Mumbot. That was awesome to see. Some people don't like the speculation videos. Some people do. I thought it was just awesome to see that Mumbot actually pointed out his video saying like, this kid was right. So shout out to It's Wonderful. Always dropping knowledge, dropping insight, dropping little teasers. Never know what you're going to get in his videos. So make sure you guys follow It's Wonderful on YouTube, Twitter, all the socials. Where's the rest of the username? Definitely an interesting username. Saying AF15 dropping Saturday. Also, I heard some really funny things going on. People are saying that people are going to FOMO into Alpha Flight. When I heard that, I started dying laughing. I was like, oh no. I hope people don't FOMO into Alpha Flight thinking that's the AF15. Could you imagine? Someone puts on Twitter, I got all the AF15s and just stacked Alpha Flights. I feel like so bad. I'm like, oh my gosh. But it's Amazing Fantasy 15 if anybody's unaware. We don't know if it's dropping Saturday. That would be crazy. That's just some speculation. A lot of people think it's going to be August sometime. A couple of streams ago, I was kind of speculating and guessing when I think it could drop. I think it could drop maybe the 7th of August, which is a Sunday. And the reason why I said Sunday is because one, it's a weekend. I think that normally they do comics like during the week, right? Like a Tuesday, like today, Wednesday or Thursday. But something that big, Amazing Fantasy, that's like a weekend drop in my opinion. So I think a Sunday would be a crazy day for it. And the 7th would be the 1-year anniversary that Marvel released the first ever Marvel NFT, first ever Spider-Man digital collectible. Like that would be a crazy 1-year anniversary. August 7th, 2021, August 7th, 2022, dropped the Spider-Man collectible, and then they dropped the Spider-Man comic. I've been saying it last couple of streams, so I really hope they do, because I'm going to clip that and say alien confirmed on Twitter. Good morning, my brother. Let me retweet it, actually. It's not a Silver Surfer pump, is it? I didn't watch the whole video. William Peartree, how we doing? Hey, JD, hope all is well. Not going for the drop today, but great to see you consistent through drops. Yeah, I'm still kind of torn. Let me know in the chat right now, because I ran a couple polls, and that's kind of another reason why I didn't do every single drop live stream. Some people like it when I just do like the big drops, like I come out for like the World Series type thing, you know? But also some people like it just a little bit more consistent. That way, like every drop, they know to go to the live stream. I'm still torn. Maybe like on the drops that I don't go for, maybe they just kind of end up being a little bit shorter live streams. I thought about that, like maybe just like a 40-minute long live stream just to say what up to the fam, etc. But I'm still kind of torn on the route I want to go. But yeah, I've definitely been a little bit more energized too. I felt like, it was kind of tough to go for every single drop after a while. I didn't have the amount of money, so I definitely wanted to kind of be a little bit more disciplined. I stopped going for every single drop. The golf videos, they take a lot of time to edit, but they're still fun to do. So I'm definitely going to get back doing the golf vlogs. And definitely I just feel more energized as a whole. There's a lot of, I think golf just wore me out for a while. I was golfing. If you didn't see me on the live stream, I was at the golf course like 3 times a day. So, and it probably also, makes sense too, because the last, I would say, week, I haven't been playing good golf. So I've probably been a little bit down on the golf side, a little bit more hype with the VeVe side now that I'm not, playing the best golf. But we got my tournament coming up the last week in September. So about a month away, 2 months away. I just want to make sure, I have no excuses going into the tournament. Want to make sure I put in the most work possible. So that's the other thing. This drop may not sell out ASAP. So I'm not sure if timing will be a huge factor in this one. But regardless if it sells out or not, I mean, you can still practice your timing. You may not have the feedback. That's the thing, right? You can practice so you don't go too early, because that's a big part of it. And that's what I did on the last drop of San Diego Comic-Con. I was too early, probably because I haven't been doing the drops as much. It won't be Saturday. I'm thinking Sunday. I think if we get Amazing Fantasy 15 this early, I think it could be a Sunday or something like that. Yeah, definitely. That could definitely be the case. Post KYC. That's kind of why I'm thinking like this early, meaning like something that big of a drop. Although I thought about this with like Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse. I thought they were going to save big time drops like that till after the new drop system. So maybe, maybe they save it for the new drop system. Maybe they don't. We got VeVe Las Vegas in the house. How we doing, Las Vegas? I enjoyed your time on Superstar Money. Enjoy your day, VeVe fam. I'm taking a nap on this one. Yeah, not a bad idea. Get some rest, VeVe Las Vegas. I had a great time on Superstar Money's channel. I didn't realize it was going to go 2 hours. I feel like I kind of had a feeling it was going to go long because I get too excited. Anytime people start bringing up, like, how'd you find VeVe? I start thinking about, I put myself back in the shoes of when I first found it. And it's like a time capsule for me. Like, nobody really will ever know the feelings I felt besides my mom, because she was like the only one that was in my house from when I didn't leave my house for like 3 weeks, and I'm like pacing up and back like all night long, trying to find more information, more research, trying to show my mom why we should go all in right now. Things are crazy back then, and it was like a treasure hunt. It was like a treasure hunt because they're. I mean, you just YouTube VeVe now, and it's like, which video do I want to watch? Back then, you had to search through all kinds of stuff to try to find a VeVe video. So just brings me back to those times. I get too excited talking about those things, and I never met Superstar Money. That was my first time on his channel, so it was awesome to meet him. I feel like our chemistry just hit it off. I felt like I've known Superstar for a while now, so I'll definitely have to get back on his channel. I think when Rob gets back on, I think Rob's celebrating his wedding or something like that coming up. So didn't have both superstars, just one of them. I only own one, so no bags to pump over here. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I like that idea. A little showcase. Let me find it before I forget. Because I'll sign off and completely forget. Any used tab gate improved how fast his time was. Yeah, that's a fact. Appreciate you, NFT Wonderful. Yo, I've had some crazy scores on Tapgate, and I did it live. My best ever. I did it live. And I'll tell you what, it's a little bit harder to do it live. There's a little bit of pressure when everyone's watching you. But I had to post a video of it because it blew my mind. I think I got 8 in a row on the secret rare timing, which try to just get one of them. Go to tapgate.io, I think it is. Let me just make sure that's what it is. Tapgate. I haven't visited the site in a while. Tapgate.io. Yeah, tapgate.io. Wait a couple seconds for it to like load. Go do one shot, I think it is. And then go to secret rare and just try your luck. It means you have to get it within 50 milliseconds. So crazy. There it is. That's my guy, Dr. Strange. Make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel. Shout out to everyone who's going to the New York Comic Con, the D-Con in Anaheim. I'm going to try to go to those two. Those are two that I really want to go to. Man, the VeVe fam is hilarious. I'm seeing some hilarious tweets. Man, congestion, coughing. What's going on down here? We got Yoda the cat. Yoda's lightsaber. Donkey Jazz. Just gave you a follow. Just wanted to retweet some other people out there. Dave, how we doing? Dave Nelson. Going for 3 today. Testing your luck. Are you going for that secret rare? Is that the one you want? Good thing about getting the secret rare on the drop, no matter what it is, definitely going to profit some. Some more than others. Any hole-in-ones, JD? No hole-in-ones, VeVe Las Vegas. No hole-in-ones. I'm playing pretty sloppy lately. My putting has been pretty bad, so I've been just spending a lot of time at the putting green. Solid move, Super Simono. How we doing, fam? I'm not going for the drop either today, guys. I'm just kind of tuning in with everybody, making sure everyone's doing all well. Oh, man, Tucson. Try to stay out of all that stuff, guys. It's not really my business. I try to stay out of stuff like that. Yeah, definitely. I'm not surprised either way if they do release it, if they wait on it, because it's one of those things where if we get it, people are gonna say yeah, like yay. The other half of people are gonna be like boo, not yet. So who knows? No, I'm gonna be skipping today's drop, Sugar Shame. Do your parents have a VeVe account? Are you KYCing more than one account? My parents do not have a VeVe account. I've only had one account this whole entire time. I'm KYC. I think I can cash out. I sold all my collectibles and I cashed out everything. I'm just kidding. Everyone's head probably turned like, what? I haven't cashed out anything. But yeah, my parents, I don't even think my parents have a cell phone. They were so old school. My grandma has a cell phone though. She probably would download VeVe, before my parents did, to be honest. Yeah, I did share it, but I can share it again, real talk, because I did finally pick it up. I didn't want to tell people what I was going for because last time I did that, it was a mistake. Ended up costing myself a lot more gems than waiting until saying what I got. If you guys don't know, there's probably about 3 weeks, probably even longer than 3 weeks. Honestly, it took me a long time. I was letting go a bunch of things I didn't want to let go just because the prices were so low, but I didn't love the things I got rid of. Some of the things I got were like for MCP points or just things that I just got just because I had the gems for it. I didn't really love, so ended up letting go of some of those things. And I wanted to grab. I had one thing on my mind I wanted to lock in for a while, for weeks, and finally I was able to lock it in. Probably about a week ago. I paid $580 or $590 for it, so in the 500s. You guys know me. I love the original cover, 3-digit mints. I think all 3-digit low mints will do well. I just love them on the original cover. I feel like that's the only way to separate those original covers. So I think they're going to be grails, in my opinion, like the big time comics. So I had a Fantastic Four ultra rare for a while. I was like, you know what? The only real ultra rare that I feel like I'm missing is the MC1 ultra rare. And so I have an MC1 3-digit mint. I had an uncommon. I have a couple random mint common MC1s. And so I was like, I need to lock in the ultra rare. And so it dipped from like 1,200 all the way down to like 600. And then finally someone listed it at 580. It's going up. Let's go. It was like 620. And then finally, like I said, someone listed theirs at 580. So I pounced on it. Got it. And then the price dipped even lower. It was like 570. And I was like, I don't even care, because I've talked about this before. When you really believe in something and it's dipped pretty low, instead of trying to time the exact bottom, sometimes it's better off just to lock one in for what the potential you believe it can get to. Like I was like, you know what? If I get the ultra rare now, MC1 ultra rare, probably the best comic in the app. Arguably, right? There's other ones that you could argue. I believe the MC1 is probably going to be the best one. And so I was like, if Amazing Fantasy did drop, let's say that could rival it, right? That could be arguably better than MC1. It could drop the MC1 ultra rare down to like what, 400 maybe. And I was like, I don't care if it dips $100 for the potential where I believe it can get to. The secret rare is at 20K right now. We know it got to, like 80K, 90K. So I'm just looking at it and I'm like, the secret rare is 20K. And this has been a theme for a while. Like I was thinking this when secret rare was up like crazy. I think the ultra rare is a couple thousand. Even then I thought it was undervalued. So for me, it's one of those vault pieces like that are just going to stay in the vault, make the value of your vault keep going up. So that's locked in there for me. I booked NYC 4 days ago. Let's go, Omar. Nice. I'm going to sign up today, I think. I'm trying to sign up with basically like a free pass type thing, using my platform kind of as a way to maybe get in there for free, and hopefully I'm able to go. Also, my guy VeVe Chus from my hometown, Tyler Gear, was saying that he wants to go as well too. And he said that he would drive if I was able to get like free passes or something. So maybe you never know. Maybe you might see both of us there. Maybe you might see me there. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. That's why I really want to go, because I feel like it's just going to be a movie. Christian, Jay, how we doing, fam? Are you going for today's drop, brother? I'm not familiar with this, real talk. slacking on this one. I did pick up a Silver Surfer. Hope you're well, buddy. Hope you're well too. Sub 100, sub 1000. Picked it up kind of expensive, like 120-ish. I should have picked it up when I was like $3 short. I had 60 gems in my account, or 63 gems, and it got down to like $68 or something so low, and I didn't just add the $10 in. I should have added in. Sometimes when you're on the live stream, you don't really think straight. Definitely missed out on that opportunity, but I picked it up at like 120. Felt like I was possibly going to overpay depending on what drops in the future, but I was like, you know what? I like the Silver Surfer. It's the only Marvel collectible. It's not a Mighty that has a one single pose. That's one thing I liked about it. I bought an MC1 at 500, then 400, then the whole market crashed, and I just bought one at 118. Oh, are you talking about MC1 commons? Yeah, not a bad play at all. You're kind of just going to dollar cost average in there. I think if like you're going to stack some comics, I mean, it's not a stackable price for a lot of people. $100 is pretty expensive, right? But I mean, in my eyes, that's like the first ever comic on the VeVe app. I think that's going to be huge. The first ever Marvel comic. Like, there's just so much historical factors that are in that comic. I think it's a safe buy, in my opinion. Not financial advice. These are just my opinions, guys, right? I could be right. I could be wrong. These are just the way I see things. I'm not sure. I have no idea about the Comic-Cons, real talk. NYC, I feel like is a huge, iconic place. San Diego's too. I didn't. That's what's crazy. I missed the Silver Surfer on the drop. I was surprised. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. My timing was off. I was a little bit early, and I tried clicking it again, and I missed it. A lot of people got multiple drops. I don't know how you guys did it. You guys all beat me. I was pretty upset. I don't like losing, and I felt like I lost. I only got, I think, maybe one on the drop during that week. You got Garrett. How we doing, Garrett? Yeah, I definitely think it's going to go past that next bull run, Simone. I think it's a safe play. And that's another reason why I got the ultra rare. I feel like as that secret rare climbs, the ultra rare is going to be next, the rare, the uncommons. And I think that's one of the comics where people loaded up on the comments. So I'm sure people are going to be burning a lot of those grails, which are just going to make it even more scarce. It all really depends, though. I don't know if people are going to be burning that one or burning others. I think it depends on the benefit of burning them. And people won't burn them if you only have a handful, but there's some people that probably have hundreds and hundreds of those, right? So imagine having 500 and you burn 250 of them. Or maybe you have 1,000 of those MC1s and you burn 500. That's a lot coming out. So who knows? Hey, okay. I didn't know Vault wasn't streaming. Shout out to Bradley. Let's check this boy out. Appreciate you big time for hopping on. Yeah, shout out to the Vault. Shout out to all the VeVe YouTubers out there, man. That's what's been incredible to see this whole thing and kind of explode, right? I remember coming here and it was so hard. You had to dig for VeVe videos. And now you come here and you find something, everybody's got their own little niche. So maybe you're coming to one person for the drops, another person for some news or whatever the case is, maybe a little bit of both. But since we got a little bit more people on the live stream today, let's tune into one of my favorite YouTubers right now. We covered the hodl or sell video from Comics and Crypto, short little video. Nice to the point. Today's video is funny. If you guys want a nice laugh, check out the video from today. A little bit different than usual. Definitely make you laugh. Today's video, we got VeVe in 3. Little 6-minute video. I love tuning into their videos before the drops because you get a lot of knowledge, a lot of information. They always make it a little bit more fun. So definitely a YouTube channel you have to subscribe to. If you're watching right now, it's an absolute must. Make sure you subscribe to their channel. I'm trying to get them to the 5K. They put in so much work each drop. Editing all these videos right before the drop takes a lot. So I've been shouting them out for like a month now. So I love watching their videos. Shout out to Heather and Corey. Let's dive into it.
Welcome back to VeVe N3 with me, Corey, aka Old Rhubarb on VeVe, and
me, Heather, from the VVT and also Heroes and Heroines.
And with the San Diego Comic-Con 2022 safely in the rearview mirror, we get to start making videos again. We've been out of it because they preloaded all of those drops, and we are excited to get back into it. And the next comic landing on the platform is Marvel Age Annual number 4. And this one's going to be landing on the platform on Tuesday, July 26th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. This is a really historic and interesting book, and we are stoked to talk about it. Let's get into this thing.
Published on January 1st of 1988, this comic was designed to catch readers up, both new and old, as to what different characters, groups, and comics were up to. And this is a really interesting comic because it's more of an editorial than an actual comic. You can tell from the Four-Bush Man on the cover that this will be a little off the wall, and that's exactly what it is. There's a ton of really amazing content within to include notes from the writers at Marvel, but our favorite inclusions is a gorgeous double-page spread of Marvel Universe of characters and the inclusion of a multiple-choice trivia test. And we're just glad it's not a graded quiz because some of those questions are legitimately hard to answer.
And this comic, which features Wolverine, that's why he's right there in the middle of the cover, and he tells you how awesome he is in just the first couple pages of this book. But this is a first appearance comic for the group Damage Control. And they were basically a hero group in the construction business. And this makes sense because heroes may save the day, but there's usually a ton of damage done. Damage Control's job was to clean up the messes, rebuild the cities, and get infrastructure back in place.
Now, this is very much an enthusiast comic, not so much a moneymaker. Cased at 9.8 grade, Go Collect has this book sitting at around $130. This is pretty low, especially when you consider there are only 64 of these cased across the various grades. And it's important to keep in mind that this is the 20K release. So it seems like Marvel and VeVe have ditched the previous standard of 30K comic release, and we're sliding pretty comfortably now into the 20K releases.
Also really cool with this comic is the VeVe exclusive rare and ultra rare covers from Ron Lim and Israel Silva. For those of you new to the app or to comics, most modern comics of note release a standard version, then variant covers are also produced. The variant covers usually produce less than the standard cover, and depending on the artist and individual comic's value, they can be highly sought after. For these VeVe exclusive variants, that just means this cover art is not available anywhere else other than on VeVe. And these variant covers are especially unique for these older era comics. The first ever variant cover didn't produce until 1986. That first variant was the first issue of The Man of Steel. Here's hoping we get some DC Comics on the platform.
Woo!
Hashtag soon.
And with that out of the way, let's dig into these covers. First, the classic covers minting 12,000 editions. This exact replica of the original book features a ton of characters, which really just exemplifies the entire purpose of the Age Annuals.
I like
We're
the cover.
seeing the parody character Four-Bush Man up in the top left placard. Keep in mind, we have his first appearance comic already on the platform, and we've got our info dump for that comic linked in the video description below.
The uncommon vintage variant is minting 4,500 editions. We're getting the title and placards in black and white, which makes the character spread pop just a little bit more. Would have been killer if everything was black and white except for Wolverine, but this is still cool too.
That would be
Who's
sick.
missing on the cover? Damage Control, a problem that is solved with our first exclusive variant.
The Rare Hero variant is minting 2,000 editions. Like we just said, this VeVe exclusive cover gives Damage Control the first appearance cover love that they deserve. Corey's a sucker for these black and white sketch prints, and it's fun to see Tony Stark, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, and wrecking ball, leaving destruction in his wake while Damage Control happily gets to work and makes that money.
The ultra rare Vibranium variant is minting 1,000 editions. That sketch gets the color treatment and really gives this cover an awesome feel. Damage Control was last seen in World War Hulk back in 2008, and each member of the team plays an important role. From superhuman strength to financial acumen, Damage Control has done work for and collected money from the likes of Tony Stark, Dr. Doom, and Director Fury, and many more. Half the team members were villains at some point and had to do community service with Damage Control, which led to their employment.
Last, the True Believer Secret Rare is minting 500 editions. On the VeVe platform, Secret Rares are either replicas of a real-world physical variant, or they are a panel selection from the interior of the comic, and this is one of an interior pull. And here's the panel it's being pulled from. We're seeing Joe Fixit, one of Bruce Banner's Hulk egos, looking fresh in his white suit. And again, Joe Fixit's first appearance comic, Incredible Hulk 347, is another comic available on the platform. And we have the info dump for that one linked in the video description below.
And that's a wrap for this info dump. We did pretty good for the San Diego Comic-Con drops. The stuff that we didn't get from the drop, we secured in the marketplace, and we're pretty happy with the entire series, to be honest. And people that actually attended SDCC got in on a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah, they
the founders were handing out cards. The cards had a promo code on them. The promo code got you a gold VeVe logo. And don't worry, if you missed that opportunity, you can get that NFT off the platform for a cool 3,000 gems or more.
Woo!
Until the next video, this is Corey
And Heather.
signing off.
Great video as always, guys. Make sure if you're not subscribed, gotta subscribe to them. They're gonna be huge. You're gonna end up subscribing to them when they're at 10K. So make sure you go show some love and subscribe right now. They definitely make all the drops seem, pretty interesting. Makes you want to go for the drop, even if you had plans to skip the drop. Yeah, it really depends on the benefit of burning, depending on how many people will do that one. This video will make us FOMO. Absolutely, Omar. That's the thing, right? Make sure you have a pretty strong decision in your head before watching their videos, because they do such a great job at kind of promoting the drop, just talking about the drop. Makes you feel like you should go for every single drop after watching them. Tomid, will today's drop go under retail? My kind of first opinion is probably so, guys. The common, uncommon probably will, but if you want to gamble, if you're feeling lucky, you may want to still go for it. Get a secret rare, ultra rare, probably in the profit. Rares will be close, not too sure. Mo Fresh, how we doing? How we doing? I do like the fact that there's only 20K editions. That definitely should help things out a little bit. What was the channel? VeVe in 3. Let me go show you again. VeVe in 3. I think they made that YouTube because they're pretty much known to make, really short, concise, to the point, 3-minute long videos. I think that's how they started. And I think they're transitioning more so into just like pretty much like a VeVe Wikipedia of all the drops. So no matter what the drop is, you can tune into them before the drop, get some information, get some knowledge in case you didn't know. Because that's the thing, right? VeVe's going to release so many different things in the future to where you may not even know half of them. And just because you don't know about something does not mean it's not valuable, right? So, and I'm sure, they may not know everything either, but they're going to do the research for you. They're going to do a bunch of that stuff. So I think the work that they've been putting in definitely needs to be rewarded, respected. So make sure you guys go follow them. Yeah, they do great research. Dudes, my guy. Comics and Crypto and VeVe in 3. Definitely some great YouTube channels right there. DB, are you going for another secret rare? We got December Bitcoin in the house. How we doing, fam? If you guys don't know, December's been a loyal VeVe community member, loyal subscriber to the channel for years now. Feels like years, maybe only a year and a half when I started doing the VeVe content, but been here for a while, doing all the drops together. Finally was blessed. DB was blessed. What, last drop you went for? House of M secret rare, 3-digit. First secret rare ever for December, so that was amazing to see. We got someone saying, let's see, I saw somebody saying the cards aren't real or something. Cards aren't worth jack. I would disagree with this, Tucson. I think the cards are, pretty valuable. It all depends on your opinion, though. I definitely think so. It's almost like buying stock in VeVe, right? And if you believe in VeVe, as VeVe continues to become a household name, like I think it will, I think having, the first ever VeVe logo, that could be pretty sweet, right? For me, this is my baby right here. You could say the FA VeVe logo, right? With the merch, the FA apparel. The signatures, I still have David and Dan's signatures on the card. All that stuff means the world to me. So I think the people who believe in VeVe for long term, it means a lot more than maybe someone who doesn't really believe in VeVe for the future, etc. So for me, Tucson, I would have loved to have been able to go to the event Comic-Con and got the light, the digital logo. It's amazing. Yeah, I can't afford it right now. I can't afford the $3,000. Not a bad play either. Spider Zero says, honestly, not going for the drop, just sniping the market. Let me know anything that you're sniping that you want to talk about. That's the thing, right? Not every drop I feel like is an absolute must-have, must-go for. For me, I feel like it's a little bit more important to be disciplined. There's so many great, amazing deals in the marketplace. Just because a new drop's happening doesn't mean you have to go for it, right? If you find deals in the market, it could end up being, the play instead. Hey, dude, just put down a deposit on a new puppy. Congratulations. Sure, it's a great pickup for free. The card logo is worth 1K. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know the exact price point on it, Tucson, how much I think the logo is actually worth, etc. I think it's just one of those things that's going to continue to grow with VeVe's name. I think the physical cards are awesome to have as a collector. I mean, having David and Dan's signature probably means the world to a lot of people. Do I have any insider info on VeVe's dev team? Are there new artists signed to a VeVe contract? I have no idea, real talk. I have no insider information. That's hilarious. I do think, though, that the Comey VeVe team's constantly signing new artists. I think it's part of what they do, to keep things rolling out, because they definitely know more information than what they're releasing publicly. I've always said they probably have drops rolled out for the next half a year or something, right? They're rolling. Think about it this way, right? We have entire just Disney's IP. Think of all the other brands out there, right? VeVe's digitizing decades worth of content from the largest brands in the world. So I definitely think there's a lot of preparation and planning that they have to do to roll things out strategically. I'm not sure how far in advance it goes. I would probably say probably half a year, maybe a year in advance. Maybe it's just, I've heard maybe like a quarter in advance, like all different things. So I do want to share one thing. It's not insider information because it's public, but give a little shout out to someone who I don't shout out too often. You guys always hear me shout out to David, Dan, Reese, Alex. But shout out to Noah. Shout out to Noah. I just followed him on Instagram and I saw one of his posts. Check out his latest post, guys. I think Noah's low-key trolling. Not trolling, but leaving us a little teaser here. This is Noah. Come on, I wanted to focus up. There it is. Can you guys read what that sign says? Universal Studios Hollywood, Super Nintendo World, early 2023. Yo, what are they hinting at? Are we seeing a Mario or VeVe? I think so. Nintendo World at the Universal Studios Hollywood in early 2023. Woo! Now, guys, that's Nintendo. Also, look up, research Amiibos. Amiibo is a Nintendo collectible gaming company. When I found this, shout out to Mubarak. Mubarak's also, a loyal person from the VeVe community, always on the live streams on big drops, right? He told me about Amiibo back in like 6 months ago, half a year ago, right? Amiibos, I looked at it when I did my research, was it reminded me of like a physical NFT, like a physical NFT gaming. Basically what it is they have physical collectibles, right? Licensed by Nintendo, Mario, Luigi, etc. And you can get those collectibles from stores, put them in your game, like a Nintendo gaming mobile game, and then play with that character. To me, that's almost like a physical NFT before the whole NFT thing became a buzz, right? So I feel like that could be the beginning of something huge. Early 2023, guys. Let me show you one more time. If you guys aren't following Noah, go on Instagram and look at his latest post. Nintendo World. Whew, early 2023. What could this be hinting at, guys? Any price predictions for today? I think 3, 4, 9, 20, and 120. Yeah, I think the secret rares will probably float around 100. I think the commons, uncommons will be below retail. The rares, I think, will be above retail. Ultra rares will probably be 20, 30-ish around that price, like we've seen before. Nothing too crazy, guys. Like I said, I'm skipping on this drop. But if you guys want to gamble, go for a little lottery. I feel like some of these comic book drops are kind of like lotteries, never know what you're going to get. Some people like that gambling aspect. I usually try to stay away from that. I've been trying to be a little bit more disciplined on the drops, only go for the things I really, really love or really, really believe in. I don't have thousands and thousands of gems right now. So if you did and you want to have a little bit of fun, I don't think there's anything wrong going for a drop, but just realize that probably won't be the most valuable type. Dubes signed as an artist. Is that some insider information? Mario would be huge. And that's the thing, right? I mean, Al Khan has always talked about how the Okami team, Dan and David, remind him of the owners of Nintendo. I think it's one big family. I don't know if it's been like publicly announced we have a Nintendo partnership. I think eventually one day that could come. And maybe they're saving it until they do release it in the Universal Studios, right? Early 2023, they said. Maybe Noah was just trolling, right? Maybe there's no connection there. Maybe there is. Time will tell. But I think that's amazing to see. Super Nintendo World, early 2023. Woo! You about to get a huge wave of peeps. Matt Smith. We all came from VeVe. Is that the Vault? Golden Retriever boy? Shout out to the Vault. Vault fam coming in. Are we getting rated? Shout out to the Lion Gators. Think AF15 dropped the 60th anniversary posters connected for anything special? Ooh, Dane. We got Kobe Collects in the building. Shout out to Kobe, another great YouTuber out there. I don't know. I think it feels like they're leading up to something, right? They dropped the 60th anniversary, the Spidey poster, first one of the Comic-Con San Diego. I don't know. Last live streams, I've been kind of predicting if they do drop AF15, it could be August 7th, just because the first ever Marvel NFT FA Spider-Man drop was August 7th of 2021. And I looked at the date of August 7th, 2022, and it's a Sunday. And I was like, wow, that makes sense. Because normally comics, like I said earlier, usually during the week, but something that big, they would probably save for a weekend. So could we see AF15 drop on Sunday, August 7th to 20, or yeah, what is it? August 7th, 2022 on a Sunday. That would be insane. I don't have the gems ready, that's for sure. But it makes a lot of sense to me, saving it for a Sunday, a weekend drop, a 1-year anniversary of the first ever NFT from Marvel, FA Spidey collectible. Makes a lot of sense to me. I'm a VeVe fanboy, but what deal do you anticipate will seal the deal as VeVe being the NFT Walmart worldwide? Great question there, real talk. I would say I don't think it's going to be one thing. I think that's kind of how it is in everybody's vision right now. Like one brand, Pokemon, boom, it goes worldwide. I don't know if it's going to be one deal to make it go huge. I think the one thing that'll make it, be worldwide and mass adoption like we're looking for is time. I think time is the only thing that's really going to make it happen. It's such a culture shift in the mentality. That's why I tweeted that thing today, because it just kind of hit me. It didn't just hit me, but it just, I guess, hit me to put it out as a tweet saying like, I don't think it's going to be one thing. I think it's just going to be time over the next couple of years. It's so similar in my eyes to digital music streaming. If you kind of can rewind back in time to the mindset of everyone in like 2006, 7, 8, maybe even just slightly before that, before iPhones became, mass adopted, it was like MP3 players, and everybody was kind of illegally downloading music from the LimeWire, Napster. It was the Wild Wild West on the digital music streaming. And that got regulated, and it turned into premium licensed digital music. And we have iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, iPods came out, then iPhones, and now digital music streaming is just it's not a fad. It's not like nobody questions it because it got regulated, and now it's licensed with Apple Music. And I just see VeVe being like that Apple Music. Like no one's going to question these digital collectibles in the future. Are these real? Because it's licensed by Disney, Marvel, and it's on VeVe. Like I always said VeVe was like that Apple Music. Obviously, it's so much more than just Apple Music, but in terms of that like licensed digital collection, like, so I don't know if it's just going to be one brand. I think it's just really time. Got a 5-minute warning. And I think once the ball starts to roll, it's going to be like an exponential boom. Like right now, we're still in that friction. You know, people kind of don't believe in it still. People are questioning it. But I think eventually it's going to get to a point where it becomes so obvious. It's going to be like exponential growth. But I think time. Shout out to Spider Zero, almost at 1,000. Whew. Racking them up. Nintendo World is coming to Universal Orlando in 2025 too. By 2025, I truly believe VeVe is going to be a household name. Like it's starting to become like that Amazon that everybody knows about. Definitely 2025. I think 2023 and 2024 are going to be insane years of growth. Because I think getting that little room to breathe was huge because they got swarmed. Imagine open up a coffee shop and you're expecting maybe, let's kind of scale it down, maybe like 200 users, right? They were expecting maybe like 20, 30,000 users the first year. So you say you open up a coffee shop, you expect 200 users, right? Or 200 people come in. All of a sudden 20,000 people show up and you're like, oh my God, what's happening, right? That's kind of what happened with VeVe. They had to, put the brakes, re-engineer the app. A lot of things got delayed. Now they've got like their feet under themselves. We've got the cash out rolling out to everyone worldwide. I believe if it's not this NFL season, next NFL season, we could potentially see a partnership with VeVe and the NFLPA. And they imagine watching NFL games and you see players on commercials talk about their digital collectible on VeVe. I'm not saying that's happening this year because you have no idea. Maybe that's 2 years away, right? Maybe that's 5 years away. Nobody knows the time frame, but I think as VeVe starts to, catch their breath, I would say, like get their feet under themselves, get things going, get the app ready to handle a huge load of new users. Eventually, we will see NFL players on the VeVe app, and they have every incentive to talk about it at that point. We've already seen MLB players. Shout out to Justin Turner of the Dodgers. He did it low key. Guys, go to Justin Turner's Instagram. He plays for the Los Angeles Dodgers in the MLB. And scroll down a few posts. You're going to see one of his posts with the R2-D2 Disney Golden moment of him at the dugout of the game. Unbelievable. He didn't even say anything about it. He just posted it. Just planting the seeds, right? It was so crazy where I showed that picture to a bunch of my hometown friends, and I got laughed at saying, dude, Johnny's photoshopping MLB players now with his NFTs. I was like, wait. You guys really think I photoshopped that? Go to his Instagram account right now. And then I wouldn't hear a word back from them because they see that it's real. Like, we're going to see a crazy evolution happen. So, Vault refugees in here today. Yeah, shout out to the Vault community. We got DB, the alien crew is in the gang, holding up strong. Yeah, so if you're not verified on VeVe, Lee Wong, KYC should be rolling out. Make sure if you haven't gotten a KYC option yet, I'll make a support ticket. But you should be getting a KYC notification to verify everything. If you're going for the drop, good luck, QBJD. Personally, I'm not. Yeah, I'm sitting out this one, Zachary Roy. We got 1 minute, 40 seconds to the drop. I'm going to be skipping out on this drop. I don't think it's going to sell out ASAP. But I'll kind of give my example of how to time it perfectly. Again, the buy now pops up 1 second after 0. So if there was 0 minutes left in 25 seconds, I'll give an example. I try counting down with like 5 or 10 seconds. That way you can stay in line with the countdown. And if you know it pops up 1 second after 0, you can start your click slightly before. So by the time you press, it should be perfect timing. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. By now. Oh, might have been perfect or slightly early right there. Now, the downside about timing it is you could be slightly early, but when you time it perfect, you usually get it. So less than a minute to the drop. One more thing I like doing too. I back out with like a minute left, maybe like 30 seconds to a minute left, come back in. scroll down, and as long as I see my timer go down in order, I'm good to go. Sometimes I see it like paused at like 35 seconds, a little bit longer than normal. I'll back out and go in again until I see it coming down. And as long as I think it's coming down in like a pretty sequential order, it feels good to me, and I'll be ready for the drop. Like I said, I'm skipping this drop. Same with Zachary Roy from the Palace. Drop a like, guys. Maybe you get blessed for the drop. I'm going to try to do it and then just not hit confirm. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bye now. That was so perfect. Wow. I'm not going to go for this drop, but wow. I didn't think I was going to time it perfect looking at it like that, but crazy. Perfect example for you guys. So again, just for the people that are new, maybe not understand the concept, instead of like sitting here, wait to see buy now pop up, it's up, and then reacting to it. If it's a fast sellout of a drop, you're probably going to be too late because you're reacting to it. So if it's a highly popular in-demand collectible or comic, I'll click slightly before I even see the buy now because I know it's popping up 1 second after. So if I time that right, I click before I even see it. And so that's how I'm able to get in a lot of these drops a little bit quicker. I'm going to see if it did sell out. It didn't sell out. So looks like if you still want to get it, you can still grab it. But hopefully that helps out for any maybe new people tuning in for some next big drops if we have them, because a lot of people go into the drops thinking like there's no chance I'm going to get this and just buy it in the secondary. But I look at these drops as like, you know, a weapon in the arsenal. You know, it's like every huge drop, I got a chance to get it for retail. And that feels like a steal for me. So yeah, I definitely, Matt Smith, I like the lightsabers a lot. The Yoda and the Luke Skywalker one are probably the two that I would stack if I had gems to stack some things, because lightsabers, I think, go for a pretty good amount of money in real life. Star Wars fandom is huge. And I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but just for example, say if the Luke Skywalker collectible or Yoda collectible comes out and it doesn't have its lightsaber, these are going to pop off, in my opinion. So, I think it's a good speculation. Good, in my opinion, not financial advice, of course, but in my opinion, if I had extra gems, I probably would stack those lightsabers. It was investigation. Hamoon, how we doing, Hamoon? Good luck, everybody. Let's go. Hopefully you're able to get one. I'm going to fast forward some of these comments just to get to a little bit behind on the comments here. Kevin Hart is starting a metaverse on Virtual. That's pretty big for them. I didn't know that. Shout out to Kevin Hart. See, I'm all for things that just help NFTs and digital collectibles go mainstream. I think VeVe is going to thrive. 145 watching, 35 likes. Hit that like, fam. Appreciate you big time, Super Simono. I have heard liking the channel does bless you with a secret rare in the future. I'm only kidding, but it does help the channel grow. Appreciate you guys big time. Perfect timing to do it. Or Dubes is saying, do I do it? Dubes is gambling. Golden Retriever Boy took an L. I'm surprised because it's not sold out yet. Juju. I've got 2 accounts. I've KYC'd on one of them. Can I verify with the same details on the other account? I'm not positive on this, Juju. I have heard them say in the last AMA. I would suggest you watch the full AMA because I believe they talk about this in the last one. I believe they said with the 2 accounts, you're going to be able to merge them together at some point. So KYC one account, and I think when you merge the accounts, or I think at some point you will be able to merge them. I'm not sure if you KYC both with the same details. I'm not positive on that. Wow, so it's sold out for you guys. That's weird. Now it's saying sold out for me. Maybe I should have gotten it. Kobe got 7. I've got 50 max before on a drop. Still never hit a secret rare. What? That's insane. Kobe, I've actually never hit a secret rare comic either, but I've been blessed with so many secret rare collectibles. It evens out. But I'm so surprised you have yet to hit a secret rare. Have you hit a secret rare collectible or just the comics you haven't hit? 50 on one comic and you didn't get the secret rare? Oh my gosh. That's insane bad luck right there. Yeah, that's a good lightsaber to get to, I think, in the future. I actually got that one on the drop, I believe, but I let it go to get something else. The thing is, like with a lot of these collectibles, I believe, they're rolling things out and planning for the future. So typically, if you can hold, not financial advice, but if you can hold for like years, the things will probably eventually make sense. Like they're going to line it up with a TV show in the future, a movie, etc. So that's the thing. When you're partnered with these big brands, they have strategies and specific rollouts of why they're releasing things, I think. There's 2 Matt Smiths. Wow. I didn't realize that. Wow, ultra rare 4-digit. Let's go. See, sometimes it pays off to gamble, it's probably a little bit more fun. And I'm glad it works out for people too. Sometimes you get stuck with a bunch of commons. Looks like Kobe doesn't always have that kind of luck. Greetings from Southern Cali, NFT Savage. How we doing? From Southern Cali? Man, I wish I was on the West Coast. Luckily, the East Coast, we just had kind of like a heat wave here. So it was like 95 degrees out like all week. It was disgustingly hot this week. But finally, the rain came, I think, last night. So it kind of cooled things down. Yeah, I try to stay out of that kind of stuff, guys. I look at VeVe, especially like all the YouTubers together. Like we're like a team together. Like when I played college baseball, I always relate it back to college sports or baseball or some kind of sports relationship, I look at it like when I was on college, my rowing baseball team. Now, you may not get along with every single person, right? There's going to be ups and downs. It's like a big family, right? You get along with people. There's, arguments, there's disagreements, there's turmoil at times, but for the most part, everything usually is pretty solid, and just like on the baseball team, when we do have disagreements, arguments, and everything like that, things happen, right? But at the end of the day, we can come together and still, have a greater goal, right? And that's what I always think of with VeVe and the VeVe YouTubers and the influencers, everybody in the community. Like, there's obviously going to be disagreements, turmoil, everything that happens. But at the end of the day, we can usually come together and put VeVe forward, like that's greater than all of us. So I always try to think of it like that, It'll probably go away, in time. How many secret rares did you get, JD? I actually didn't go for it. I probably should have by how fast this one's. See, now my buy now button's up again. Now it's sold out. What is happening? It's not even every 4 minutes, and maybe I should try to click the buy now next time I see it. It keeps coming up like random times too. Usually it's every 4 minutes. Looks like it is sold out though. A lot of 4-minute rebounds. Solid job. It was mad hot. Yeah, it really was hot. Kryptoni, appreciate you big time. That's my dog. Woo! I sold my Silver Surfer mint 6100, the very last mint, for 1,917 after taxes. Do you think I could have got more? Shout out to you for grabbing that mint number. That's a huge mint. I believe the first mints and the special mints, like the first appearance year that it came out, etc. Those are big, and then the very last mint is huge too. So I'm glad you didn't sell for the floor. Pretty much got almost like 9x the floor, which is solid. I think you probably could have gotten more. Yeah, might have taken a little bit longer to sell. You still profited a good amount right there. You could always go back, buy 2 more Silver Surfers if you wanted to, and still have probably like 600 gems left. So that's the thing. I mean, taking profits never a bad thing, and it's hard to time the tops. It's hard to time the exact bottoms. It's kind of like what I was saying earlier when I bought the ultra rare MC1 for 580. Yeah, it could have dipped down to like 400, 450, right? But I was okay with, you know, if that did dip $100 for the potential where I believe it can go in the future. So I'm glad you sold it for like a 9x right there instead of like right around the floor. If you sold around the floor, I would have said might have been better to hold on to or maybe get more, obviously, but $1,000, 900, that's not bad at all right there. Probably could have got more if you waited a little bit longer, but maybe you wanted to sell it right now. Nothing wrong with that. Appreciate you guys coming over to the stream. And, you know, I want to give him a shout out because I try giving every YouTuber a shout out, you know, and I feel like everybody has their own niches, right? I mean, he's big on like the spamming technique, a bunch of those rebounds, and I kind of have a different strategy on the drops, a little timing technique. So I feel like one's not better than the other. He gets drops, I get drops. You know, he misses, I miss. So I feel like it always comes down to if you're struggling one way, try the other way, I always say, and vice versa. I love speculation. Speculation's, you know, a lot of fun. Jeez, a lot of people are getting rebounds right now. Buy now is back. Maybe a lot of bots went after this drop or something for some reason. Got 9 total. Can't stop hitting buy now. I think it was the VeVe 3 video that's gotten everybody to buy them. Shout out to Heather and Corey, man. Sugar Shane. Pass on this drop. Don't be degens. That's hilarious. Kobe got 10 of them. You know, there's nothing wrong. Sometimes, you know, people have extra gems and they just want to have some fun. Maybe they haven't gone for a drop in a while, you know, want to have some fun. Drops are fun. But yeah, it's one of those things where everybody's in a different situation. If you're kind of like me right now and you've got to be a little bit more disciplined with your gem balance, then probably drop to skip. Rion, yeah, buy now is back again. Interesting, right? Buy now keeps popping back up. Market's open, so let me see what the market is. Sometimes it comes out early, and it looks like it is out early. All right, so there's 20 in the market. Secret Rare is going for 120. Whoever predicted it in the chat was spot on with that. Ultra Rare is going for 31, pretty much what we said. The rare is $10, so I think someone predicted like 9. Pretty spot on. In the commons below retail, $2.70. I think someone predicted 2 and 3. Whoever predicted the drops today was spot on. And the uncommon is 338. So the rares just above retail. Ultra rares are about the $30 range. Also, guys, huge news. I'm not there yet, but let me actually close my app and restart because I might be there. I was going to put it in the title, but I didn't want to do it too early. I might save it for tomorrow or whenever the next drop is because I'll probably have it by then. Oh, I'm still 5 short. All right, guys, I'm at 4,995 followers on the VeVe app. I thought I would have 5K by the time the stream went live, so I was going to put it in the title, like I said, but I'll wait until I pass 5K. If you guys want to be the 5,000th follower, I have my tide listed for 9.9 mil. Can we get the 5K on the stream? Mr. Fix-It is a major character. I think it will continue to be a major character in the future. And that's kind of why I feel like Marvel's planting those seeds, right, for the characters long term, kind of like they did with like She-Hulk and some of these maybe unknown characters, but I think they have plans for them in the future. So it'll be interesting to see it roll out. You're literally the go. Appreciate you big time. Nevaeh, TSG, Anthony. Appreciate you for hopping on, hopping on the live stream, supporting the channel. Any other questions? Definitely feel free to ask. Never hesitate to ask. I may not know the answer, but at least I can kind of give you my opinion, my thoughts. Thoughts on C-level comics. Some of them have 10K mints and 6K commons. Yeah. So straight out of my bet, I want to bet the farm on these. If I had to choose one thing to bet the farm on, I would probably go with like the bigger, like top 3, top 5 type comics. But I think these do have room to grow. I think there's a certain catalyst for them that'll be major. and it'll start to maybe gain some popularity this way. Once we can start putting this has been like a common theme we've been saying for a while, but once we can put these comics on our profile and in our showrooms, that's when I see some of these comics that aren't valuable in real life but have like scarce covers. That's when I see them being a little bit more in demand, because even if they're not, sought after in demand in real life, once we get our like digital showrooms, our kind of VeVeverse houses going, it's a little bit more longer term play. But once we start getting that going and people can come in your showroom, see the walls of your comics, that's when I think it'll be pretty cool and pretty popular to have some of these like scarce, maybe 250, 500 edition, ultra rare, secret rare type comics. And the VeVe exclusives will probably be in hot demand at that point too. But that's kind of that longer midterm play. I think it's always a safe bet, in my opinion, for those top Grail comics. I never had an SR. VeVe hate me so much. Lee, keep grinding, man. Eventually it will come, and they're probably saving it for like a pretty big comic, I would say. The people who haven't gotten a secret rare just yet, your time is coming. I haven't got a secret rare on a comic yet, so you haven't blessed everybody with the secret rare comics. I have been blessed with the collectibles, though. We got OBL in the house. How we doing, Orange Bag Lady? Have you been doing the Twitter spaces lately? Because OBL has been a legend in the space. One of the early people doing the Twitter spaces nonstop. If you haven't been doing them, get back in the swing of things. I'm going to have to join finally. I know I haven't joined. But once you start them up again, or maybe you have been doing, maybe I'm just missing out. Make sure you guys go follow Orange Bag Lady on Twitter, YouTube. Always having great content out there. So if you have been doing the Twitter spaces, I'm sorry I haven't been in them. I'm going to have to pop in. Used to be every Tuesday night, right? Tuesday nights. Today's Tuesday. Oh, today's Tuesday, right? If you bring them back tonight, I'm going to have to hop in tonight, OBL. Yeah, people practicing drops today, not buying. That's a good point right there. Kind of like what I did right there. I did practice the drop. More so just to show you guys the timing technique if you've never seen it. Yep, I'll make a post right now on VeVe. Posting live. Posting from the live. I'm going to say posting from the live. Oh my God, I can't type. Shout out to everyone who got something good on the drop today. Whoever's number 5K. Oh, wow. We're going to have to. I'm at 5004. Wow, you guys are amazing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Indie Gold, I think, was the 5,000 subscriber or follower. Indie Gold, 366 collectibles, 501 comics, 68 sets. Ballin' Indie Gold. Indie Gold, if you're on the YouTube right now, leave a comment. I got to owe you a collectible or something. I got to do a giveaway. Once we can start transferring these NFTs. Indie Gold. I'll never forget you, brother. Or ma'am. I'm trying to follow you guys back. It looks like I'm not following a lot of you. Ben H7 just followed you. Rig NOFT counts private. Dogs for life. Doggos for life counts private. Coldness. Following you back. DJ Tico. I've already followed you. I'm probably already following you guys. Looks like I'm not following everyone though. CB. King Crypto. Just followed you. And the reason why I'm doing this now, guys, is because if I don't get to your comment or notification right now, I'm following probably over 10,000 people right now. So like I get notifications like every minute. Blue Man, MST Blue Man, Dane K 16. Following a bunch of you guys right now. How to Brain. Nolv. Wow, this is amazing. Put me over 5K followers. Wow, you guys are absolutely amazing. I'm blown away. I remember starting out, I probably have so many screenshots of me having like 10 followers on the VeVe app. I think I'm going to start posting some of those screenshots on Twitter just because, one, I think it's going to motivate and inspire a lot of people who are, having trouble gaining followers right now on the VeVe app. Maybe stop. The key is consistency, guys. If I stopped for a couple months, I don't think I would have had the same ability to keep growing. But think about it too. You get MCP points for every post, every person you follow, like. I always said, treat it like a Twitter, treat it like an Instagram, because eventually one day it will be that. And think back in like 2011. Imagine being like the first couple hundred or first couple thousand people on Instagram. That was me. I was probably one of the early people on Instagram. I didn't go hard on Instagram. I didn't see the bigger picture of Instagram back then. Imagine if I grinded on Instagram the way I'm grinding on VeVe now. Those people that grinded hard on the early days of Twitter, Instagram, end up having, hundreds of thousands, millions of followers, end up being brand sponsorships, right? Partner deals, pay to post things. So I've been just treating VeVe the same exact way because I believe in it. I love it. And eventually they're going to work on that algorithm of the social media feed to make it more like a Twitter, Instagram. They'll probably get rid of a lot of that spam stuff. So I think a lot of people will be rewarded for grinding on the VeVe app. DJ Tico. Good night, DB. Wow, yeah, Spider Zero. I probably followed you back, man. I appreciate every single one of you who has been following since the very beginning. Unbelievable. What else is crazy about this is when we do eventually see each other at Comic-Cons or VeVe-verse meetups, etc., whatever the case is, right? Designer con events. It's going to feel like we've known each other for years. Like, I talk to a lot of you guys way more than people in real life that I grew up with just because, for whatever reasons, but it's been unbelievable. Rion, 5,001 follower on the VeVe app. Wow. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you guys so much. This feels crazy. Welcome to the 5K club. Wow. Okay. So straight out of my bed's been in the 5K club. I have seen a couple people up there with like 6K followers. I know the guy named The Wizard. I talked to him in the early days. We used to try to trade between like FA Jokers and more Omi. I think I tried trading him one of my Nightwings in the early days too. It's crazy to see the growth of people that you've seen on the VeVe app for a year now. Watch out. I heard people are being banned for 24 hours, reserving and not buying. Yeah. Make sure you guys aren't reserving things in the market, holding that price up. Going for the drop and declining it, I don't think that's a problem, especially only doing it once like I did. I just did it for an example to show you guys like how to time it. But definitely what Kryptoni said is definitely happening. Like, don't be one of those people that are holding up things in the market so other people can't buy, because you will get banned for just doing things that are not right. Just treat things the right way. I feel like with human beings, there's always people that are going to try to, do the wrong thing, get around the corner, etc., etc. OBL, much deserved, OBL. Practicing for the Biggie Smalls drop. Okay, Jamie, there's a Biggie Smalls drop on another platform. I think that's pretty cool. You guys know me, I'm a big Biggie fan. This is probably one of my favorite Biggie pops. Obviously, you guys know I had to have the Tiger Woods. I got two of these actually. This is my favorite Biggie. The all gold Biggie. Where is this? A con exclusive? Toy Tokyo. We've seen Toy Tokyo VeVe collab. This is my favorite Biggie collectible. But I have a bunch of Biggie collectibles. Or I'm calling these collectibles now. I guess they are Biggie Funkos. Again, obviously Funkos aren't like crazy valuable. I'm sure you can find a couple that are pretty valuable, but I got Funkos in the early days when I was collecting on VeVe just basically to feed the soul. These are just characters or people that I absolutely love growing up. So had to get some of them. Wow, Martin G. Remember when you used my Spider-Man Ultra Rare for your Spider-Man video a long time ago already? Wow, that's crazy. Shout out to everyone who was a part of that. These are some of my early content creation days. One of the things I wanted to do, this is before I was live streaming the drops. I know that's what a lot of you guys know me for now, is like the drop the live stream of the drops. But before I was even doing that kind of content, I was trying to do something that's a little bit different than what most were doing. And basically anybody that was willing to do it, or maybe people I knew through the VeVe community, I was asking them, do you guys want to send me one of your NFTs? There had to be some trust there, obviously, but obviously you guys knew that I wouldn't have ruined my reputation over something like this. But now we can't do it either because you can't transfer collectibles. But there's a time where I was asking people to send me like one of your favorite collectibles or whatever just dropped, and I'll use that collectible in augmented reality in one of my YouTube videos, shout you out on Twitter or whatever the case was. So kind of just a way to shout out people from the community. Martin G, I guess, was an early person on that. Only did it for like probably a few weeks too. So I think, and then the collectible prices started to skyrocket, and I think it was like a little bit different of a dynamic at that point. I remember I asked Pirates if he would let me use his all gold Moogly, and he was like, "Dude, to be honest, I would 100% let you. Like, I trust you, but like, I don't trust myself of sending it to the right person. Like, you don't want to risk it." So I was like, "Yeah." Sometimes a collectible can be so valuable to where it's like not even worth doing something like that. Yeah, 100%. Crazy. So much has changed since those days. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hamoon, see you at VeVeCon 2025. One of. Okay, that's the platform. I saw some pretty cool drops on there. Saw like a Muhammad Ali one that looked pretty cool. I think it's like a freestyle of Biggie too. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, Hamoon was letting me know about that. A couple other people let me know about it too. Appreciate you guys. Oh wow, you actually get the rights to one of his freestyles as well. That's pretty sweet. That is pretty cool. You know, I think that's going to be one of the future verticals on VeVe too. I think one of the verticals will be sports. We haven't even gotten into the sports yet. Me as a sports fan, athletics fan, you know, being a kind of athlete my whole life, I am so excited for sports. I think probably even, unless you're talking about like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Tiger Woods, Muhammad Ali, unless you're talking like Tom Brady, the top athletes, I probably think the superhero IP would be more valuable. But as a fan of athletes, of sports growing up, I'm so excited for sports to roll out. And then I think another vertical would be gaming eventually, but sports, gaming, and artists, or music, I should say. Not really artists because we're going to have the artist alley. But I would say music is going to be another vertical. So I can only imagine what kind of artists we're going to see on VeVe. That's going to be crazy. That's cool that you get the rights, though. That's awesome. Wow, Punch missed this comic. How'd you miss a Punch? It didn't sell out right away. Were you just a little bit late, I think, maybe? But yeah, that's a cool drop. I would love a Tony Hawk collectible since I'm a skater. Yeah, and I see Tony Hawk stuff coming to VeVe one day because we've already gotten Lincoln. Lincoln's a huge skateboard company. Some people may not know about it because they're not in the skateboard community, etc. I'm really not into the skateboard community as much. I probably used to be when I was playing a lot of the skateboard video games and stuff like that. But I know like Willow Kid, huge into skateboarding, right? He reminded me how big Lincoln was. And the fact that Lincoln's, you know, a huge skateboard company, the fandom of like skateboarding and all that kind of stuff really isn't on VeVe right now. So their skateboard decks haven't done too great. But once we do get Tony Hawk stuff, and I think it's going to come since we've already got skateboarding stuff, then the skateboard community piles into VeVe, I think, because Tony Hawk is just, even if you're not into skateboarding, you still know Tony Hawk and you probably were a fan of when you were younger. You probably see value in that anyway, even if you're not fans of it. So I think that'll be a huge catalyst for onboarding new users in a different maybe demographic. Like skateboard community is strong. It's pretty big. Tony Hawk stuff would be huge. I would probably grab a lot of the Tony Hawk stuff. I actually have a Tony Hawk Pro Skater card from Sports Illustrated. I don't have it down here. Yeah, I think for the next live stream, I'll bring down some of the valuable cards I have. But from Sports Illustrated, they released some pretty big people. Like I have Michael Jordan on the Wizard, the Bulls, Tiger Woods Sports Illustrated card. I think that's pretty valuable too. Tony Hawk. I got a couple good ones, so I'll bring them down in the next live stream. Yes. 100%. No one's really talked about this. Kryptonic, amazing insight. There has to be a way for the new pedestals, kind of like, we've seen, I think there's like details you can bring it up, like different, I guess pedestals is a word, but let me see if I can bring it up as an example. But like when you go into some of the collectibles, like I think the DeLorean has it, you'll probably be able to put it on like some kind of shelf or something like that, or like you're saying, a pedestal. And the people that were here for the early days of like the first look of what a metaverse could look like, the Future Tech Live. Does anybody remember that? The Future Tech Live. I think they had some kind of pedestals in there for the DeLorean. And that would be amazing to show off the mints in that case. Like, I think you have to look at it, bring it up, load the image, and then it's like at the bottom. Yep, change background, bases and pedestals. Yep, that's it. So basically, here it is. And I think a lot of collectibles have this. The DeLorean, go in there, you can like change the background color, obviously, right? You can go to like a white background, black one, etc. But then look, bases and pedestals. And that's kind of coming soon. So, that's going to be another, I think that's with the accessories maybe. So can you imagine you have a sick looking, maybe a gold pedestal with like and it's like engraved in there with like the mint number. I think that kind of goes in line with like maybe the comic book slabs in digital format. Like we'll probably have the slabs, VeVe will probably make their own comic book slabs with the rarity, the mint number on there. So we got My Collectibles in the building. Shout out to My Collectibles, crushing it on YouTube, my man, and on Twitter, everywhere. Go follow My Collectibles. Get one of his drop head NFTs. Shout out to my guy tuning in today. Yeah, DJ Tico. Ron English did already talk about working with David Yu to put his music on VeVe. I think we could see It's Wonderful Ron English collab one day. I'm rooting for him to make that happen. They talked about they're basically making new technology to make this kind of stuff happen. I believe it was an interview with Chad Collects and maybe Frank Kozik too. I don't know if it was Chad Collects did the one with Ron English or not, but definitely has been talked about. Yeah, they already have yeah, definitely. Some people think like some of the stuff won't come to VeVe because they have their own NFT platform. I would disagree. I would agree they definitely have their own platform, like the autograph.io. But they've already been released on different ones too. Like we've seen the DraftKings marketplace. They've got released on there too, the Tom Brady. I think we have yet to see a 3D augmented reality digital collectible of Tiger Woods, Tom Brady, Tony Hawk. So even if they got their own NFT on different platforms, I don't think it leaves out the possibility we could see a 3D augmented reality collectible of these guys. And for me, that's what gets me excited. Some people have asked me, like, why haven't you gotten the Tiger Woods NFT? All this kind of stuff. And like, those are cool. I think they'll probably be valuable in the future. But for me, what gets me excited about a Tiger Woods collectible is being able to put it up in augmented reality, like an animated Tiger Woods swing. I would go crazy. I'd pay whatever it costs to have a fully animated Tiger Woods full golf swing, maybe a Tiger Woods fist pump putting. Like that stuff's crazy to me. So I would have it right next to me while I'm trying to hit a golf shot, mimic his golf swing. Like that's the stuff that I really want. So maybe have like with artists, musicians, like a full performance, a live performance in augmented reality of It's Wonderful and Johnny Dunn doing a Gary Vee song. But with like big time artists too, like with like name a big time celebrity artist, and I definitely think we could see it on VeVe one day. Oh yeah, Hulk is gonna be huge, Kryptoni. The two that I like, two secret rare animated collectibles that I feel like are must-haves for my collection: Wolverine and Hulk. And maybe Hulk first, just because I like Hulk a little bit more. But the animation on Wolverine is gonna be crazy. Eric, yeah, I did get in touch with Eric. I sent him a text the other day in the afternoon. He didn't get, I think he just responded to me actually this morning when I was setting up the live stream. He did text me in the morning. I think I read it, but I was like half asleep. I'm going to give him a call this afternoon. Yeah, my collectibles. I can't wait, man. It was so amazing to see Comey and VeVe next to Marvel. It was like our babies growing up before our eyes. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get to the New York Comic Con and the Designer Con in November. Those are the two that I really want to get to. Zachary Rory was just telling me you guys are planning like a Airbnb together. Save me a spot on the floor, guys. I don't need a bed, just need a place to pass out on the floor. I'll probably be up all night doing live streams. I'll be so excited. When I get in vacation mode, I get on like a high on life like you guys never seen before. You guys think I get excited talking about VeVe? Wait until we're all together at like a San Diego or like a decon. it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be crazy. Save a spot on the floor, guys. I'll pack a sleeping bag. Oh, okay. So not as cool as I thought, but it's still pretty cool. I like Biggie. I mean, that's still pretty cool. They have the golf swing animations for Woods. Do they have the golf swings? I haven't seen an NFT yet that has the Tiger Woods golf swing. I would love to see it. Like I've seen like his autograph on a card and everything like that. Yeah, shout out to my collectibles. Krypton got a 3-digit secret rare. Wow. Was that on the House of, or was it not House of M? It is House of M, yeah. That's the one that December got a 3-digit secret rare on too. That's crazy. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't realize it was the famous holes he's played. Like on the actual golf courses. That's pretty sweet. Kurosemi got 2 secret rares today. Jesus. You were blessed today, Kurosemi. Yeah, maybe I'll have to take a second look at them. I hope it has like Tiger next to the holes because then it's just like an NFT of the golf course, which is still legendary, but no way is Matt Gondek in on it too. That's hilarious. See, that's what's cool about it. Like turn tension into like humor, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's a lot of like I saw everything that was going on. Like I said, I try to stay out of everything like that. But I'm more so I try to like glue people together more so than all that kind of stuff. But it happens. Happens on sports teams, there's fights that happen, physical fights that can happen sometimes, but turn that negativity into like a positivity. It's like, what do they call it? Like comic relief almost, like turn something bad that happens into something that we can all laugh about, right? Like how do I share a screenshot on the feed in VeVe? Ooh. That's actually a good point. Because I've seen people take like screenshots, and I'm actually not sure how to do that yet. Wow, that's an incredible picture. Look at this picture Rhodey just took. How'd you get this picture? Are you in the rainforest right now? Look at this picture. How crazy is that? Looks like it went back in time almost. I don't even follow Rhodey. Just give you a follow, Rhodey. Amazing picture. I can't believe you guys got me over 5K followers on VeVe. That's unbelievable. A couple more people just trying to follow back. Also, if there's any time you ever follow me on the VeVe app and you see I don't follow you back and you want me to follow you, just shoot me a DM on Twitter and just let me know so that way I can go to the notifications and look because, like I said, you can probably look on the VeVe app how many people I'm following. Following like 10,000 people. So my notifications are crazy. That's a super low mint right there. I think maybe 200 might be like the first publicly available. Not positive. I love this game. Let's go. That's a quote Randy always says. Shout out to Randy Chavez. Also, he got 41 mint of the VeVe logos. Crazy. Shout out to Randy for getting 41. That's huge. Picked up the ultra rare. Looks nice. Looks nice. Oh yeah, all good. All good, Hamoon. I'm actually glad to see Mac on deck, you know, kind of trolling back, just because, like I said, he's trying to make like a negative situation kind of like a positive, funny situation we can all laugh at. Very sad to hear about some countries won't let VeVe operate. Is it crazy, right? I haven't heard too much about this, Punch. Yeah, that's a good point. The 1% are just really loud. I feel like that's how it is in life too, you know? Let's go. Yeah, absolutely. I love my collectibles. Just a genuine positive person in the VeVe community. Community definitely needs that positivity. And honestly, too, it's, you know, it's like an ebb and flow, you know, it's a journey. You know, there's times I bet in the VeVe community where some people might not have seen the light at the end of the tunnel. And, you know, that positivity from a lot of the influencers kept people going. You know, it helped people see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, let's get the likes up on the chat, huh? Let's get the likes up. Appreciate you, Knight Rider. Knight Rider is known to ask the hardest questions of all time. But I love it, though, because it's a challenge, you know? And plus, it's good to get the insight from not only just me when he asks the questions, a bunch of people from the chat also chime in to give their insights. I feel like that's so important, you know? Don't take, you know, what I say, you know, as the end-all, be-all. Don't take what that person says as the end-all, be-all. I would always suggest taking what everybody has to say, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the in-between, and then kind of formulate your own opinion. I feel like that's the best way to go. Why even sell something for 30 gems? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I would take out for you just like I'm doing for Wall. Appreciate you, Kryptoni. Knight Rider be like, can you explain the fourth dimension? That's hilarious. Shout out to Knight Rider, man. I don't think the chats would be the same without your questions. Your live stream pumps me up. Thanks so much for all you do, man. Appreciate you, my collectibles. That's the thing, you know, I try to bring that energy. Obviously, I'm myself, but trying to make sure I always bring that energy. Some days more energy than others. This is actually a good point. Logo is VeVe's equivalent to a Pikachu Illustrator card. Crazy story behind it. David Yu himself personally handed it out to people. The physical card with his signature will be so valuable. I agree, Kirasemi. I'm just so lucky and fortunate that I do have one of those signature cards. I don't have the VeVe Gold logo, digital one yet. Maybe one day. But yeah, I do agree. The unfortunate thing is you only get the logo when you buy the logo on the VeVe app. It doesn't come with the card sign. Oscar, for reals, thank you, Johnny, and my collectibles for all you do this. And thank you for all you do for this VeVe community. Appreciate you big time, Oscar. People like you make it go all around, man. People in the live chat, supporting the channel all the time. You guys make it, you know? You guys make it happen. Let me just go over the prices of this drop real quick before I sign off today. We got 624 commons in the market for sale, going for $2.10. We got the uncommon 305 in the market, going for $2.20. We got the rares going for $7.20, 163 of them. We got 97 ultra rares going for $17. And the secret rares, 56 of them, going for $70. I see some people got the gold VeVe logo as their actual profile picture. That's cool to see. I'm still in awe about only 5,000 followers. I'm probably going to make a tweet or something about it, or Instagram. Definitely going to make the title of the next live stream about it. So appreciate all of you who actually went and found my profile and followed me today. It meant so much to get over there. I'm probably going to send out some pictures, or at least put it on my live stream or Instagram story of like my VeVe profile when I had like 10 collectibles and like 10 followers. It's just been a crazy journey, guys. Like, unbelievable, man. And the crazy thing is too, people are like, you're still saying it's early. It's like, because it is still early. Like, I didn't think it was going to be early, a year still in. Like, last March, I was going all in because I thought I was late. If I had saved all that money to go all in like now, honestly, I still wouldn't have been able to get the collection I do now because like the Secret of Spider-Man and stuff like that. But I would say Omi. I wish I waited to buy Omi till now. That's the one, I guess, hindsight looking back. Because I started buying Omi. I didn't buy 1 million right away, but I was buying like a little bit chunks at a time at like 0.007. I remember finding Omi. It was 0.003 like March 1st. But by the time I learned how to buy Omi, it ran all the way up to 0.007. And then I was just buying it all the way down to 0.001. And so probably spent like 4 or 5 grand to get 1 million. So I wish I could have saved that till now, but in hindsight's always 2020. So I'm just adding in a little bit of Omi when I can right now. Still above 1 million. I think I'm at 100K right now. I haven't added the rest into the VeVe app, so I've just added in like $50 at a time when I can. It's just a hard debate. More VeVe NFTs, more Omi. It's always a tough debate. Yeah, VeVe's at the Marvel booth again in NYC, my collectibles. And since New York City's like on my side of the East Coast, I'm doing whatever I can to try to get to this one. Like I said, those are the two I really want to get to. New York City and then the Anaheim one in November. Wow, that's amazing. Shout out to Kurosemi and the person. I hope you're able to match the logo with the card. That'll be a huge come up if you can. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, coming from Vault's live stream today. Hope you had a good time. Shout out to all the YouTubers in the VeVe community, man. What this has grown into is truly historic. It's historical, and I guarantee you, one day it's going to be on a Netflix documentary. And all the VeVe influencers, YouTubers, everybody in the VeVe community, everyone in the live chats of everybody's YouTube videos, we all recognize everybody's support. We appreciate you, and all of you guys are just as much a part of this as all of us. It all makes everything just kind of go full circle, you know. One more question, and then I'm going to be signing off. How can I buy Omi easily? Black VeVe. So Omi is so easy to buy now. It's unbelievable. I don't know if crypto cash out is still down. I'm not positive on this. Last couple of days they said it was down. I haven't heard if it was back up yet. But just know when you do cash out the crypto, the Bitcoin or Ethereum, it takes up to like 20 minutes, guys. Quick, crazy. I haven't cashed out yet, but so many other people have tried it. It works. It's fast. It's amazing. Maybe someone in the live chat can let you know, Dre Day. So how I was able to buy Omi so easily now, you can go to Bit4x and all that kind of stuff, but now that you can just swap it right on MetaMask, it's unbelievably easy. Early days, you had to maneuver Bit4x and do all that kind of stuff. But right now, it's so easy to where as long as you have the contract address all set up and everything in the MetaMask, you can literally buy Ethereum on Coinbase and literally send that Ethereum to your MetaMask Ethereum wallet and just hit the swap button right in Omi. Click Omi, and you can swap your Ethereum to Omi. Just like that. Just got to pay the gas fees. I would wait until the gas is kind of low, and then you can just store your Omi right there. And then when you send it to the VeVe app, I haven't sent any Omi to the VeVe app since the initial time you could, and it converts it to layer 2 automatically. So I would say if you do end up sending Omi from that point to the VeVe app, send a small amount at a time just to test it, to make sure it works and everything like that, because you do not want to say you had 1 million Omi, you just swap Ethereum to Omi and you had 1 million Omi. I would suggest not sending all 1 million to the VeVe app at once, because if you do it wrong, it doesn't work for whatever reason, you don't want to ruin all your Omi bag, right, at once. So do a little bit at a time to make sure that it works. Definitely suggest that. Fun under the sun. Appreciate you big time. I saw you tune into the Superstar Money live stream the other night. You know, I'm glad to see you there, my man. And everybody else who tuned in, you know, that's always on the live streams. Support was amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Punch. Amazing. I'll definitely send you like a link to like the best VeVe intro. What is VeVe? And speaking on that, I think I'm going to make a VeVe intro. Like, what is VeVe? Because that, you know, I do want to have at least one video out there to like send to people, be like, look, check this video out. This is VeVe. Boom. you know. So that reminds me, I'm gonna probably look for one, send you one, and then I'm gonna work on a video of like an intro to VeVe too. We got next. That's a fact. Shout out to everyone in VeVe community, guys. We're all gonna be legends. Like the people in the live chat, you guys are all legends because your name pops up everywhere on my YouTube, that YouTube, this person's YouTube channel. Like we appreciate all your support so much. I can't say that enough. Christian J, my man, Kurosemi, Punch. Appreciate you guys. Hope you guys had a good time. I had a great live stream. I can't wait to what the next drop is going to be. I want to hear some predictions right in the comments after this video gets put up. One, it helps the channel grow. Two, I want to hear predictions. I have no idea what could be dropping next. I want to hear from you guys what you guys think could be dropping next. Till then, I'm signing out. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out, fam.